Hey YouTube family, it's K-Star, and I am here to do my week 36 post-op VSG update video. Haven't seen you guys in a couple weeks, and I'm sorry, but I usually always have Mondays and Tuesdays off. Recently, my schedule has been really random, so has my video making apparently. But I want to talk about, of course, numbers, update you guys on numbers this week, and then I want to talk about reality checks because I've had some big ones recently that I feel like are relevant. So we'll go ahead and do numbers first. Highest weight was 301.2 pounds. I really am glad that that number is never going to change. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, is it even possible for me at this point to gain back 130 pounds? I don't want to tempt fate, but I don't think that it is. And I'm so glad that I will never have to report a higher number than 301.2. Fingers crossed. But last update, week 34, I came to you with a weight of 175. Today I weighed 168.8. So that is a 6.2 pound loss in the past couple weeks, which I am very happy about. I have been seeing a lot of smaller losses on the scale, so it was nice to see a significant one, back to losing 2+ pounds a week. I will take it. But I had some reality checks, so I did make some changes to my routine, and I definitely think that it impacted the scale a lot. And I feel like it's good to have those times when you can actually recognize what you're doing wrong. Because getting further and further out from surgery, you can eat things that maybe you didn't used to be able to eat. Maybe you can eat more. And it is difficult. It becomes more difficult to make good choices and to stick to the good habits that you've learned. And it can be easy to let old bad habits creep back into your routine, which is exactly what I was doing. But now I actually have the ability to recognize that and to do something about it. Whereas before I would let it either completely derail me or I would just ignore it, really. I mean, honestly, before surgery, I didn't give a flip about nutrition and fitness. I would just eat whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I didn't care what the calorie count was. I didn't care how many carbs it was. If I wanted it, I ate it, and I ate as much of it as I wanted to. And, well, we all know that that is bad. Very, very bad. And I wasn't doing that because, I mean, I can't. But I think I was letting the surgery do a lot of the work for me. And I started to kind of take my sleep for granted in the way of, well, I can only eat a tiny amount of this. So what's the big deal if I eat it? Like, I can only eat 5 chips. I can only eat like a handful of this. So who cares if I eat that? It's such a small amount. What difference is it going to make? Well, the truth is it makes a pretty big difference, especially when it comes to liquid calories, and liquid carbs, which was one thing that I definitely let come back into my diet, and that was fruit juice. You think, oh, it's fruit. It's okay. No, fruit juice is fucking evil. It's a whole bunch of sugar and a ton of carbs that you get virtually nothing from. So, you guys know that I drink. So with the mixed drinks and stuff like that, I was drinking a lot of fruit juice, and then I would have it around the house. So I was sipping on fruit juice instead of water. And I was drinking a lot of cranberry juice, a lot of orange juice and stuff like that just has a ton of sugar in it. So getting rid of that, I think, made a big difference. And then cutting out the starchy snacks that I had started letting myself eat again, like chips and crackers and popcorn. I mean, I've always eaten popcorn since surgery, but it was becoming like a habit. Like I was doing it not on a daily basis, but multiple times a week. And it's easy. It's easy to tell yourself I can only eat a couple handfuls, so whatever, it doesn't matter. But it definitely matters, because if you're filling up on that stuff, then you don't have, or at least I don't have, enough room for the protein and the stuff that I should eat. And living alone and not having really anybody to hold me accountable, food and exercise wise, sometimes it is easy to be like, you know what, I don't want to go through the whole process of cooking a meal for myself. I'd rather just reach for this bag of chips and eat some of that just to feel full, because right now I'm going through a stage where I have like no appetite. And this happens to me every so often. There's times when I just want to eat everything, and then I can't because my stomach's tiny and because things still make me sick. And then I go through spells like right now where I just have no appetite and nothing ever sounds good to me. So I just eat whatever's easy. And if I have things like chips and crackers around, that's really easy. So I will eat that until I feel full. And then I'm like, okay, yay, I had some sort of sustenance. Now I can go on about my day. Used to, I would always reach for protein shakes because at least it's something that I should be eating. And that's what I need to get back to, because the carbs and shit, outside of it impacting my weight loss, I just don't feel good. When I eat stuff like that, I don't feel good. I start getting headaches again. I feel lethargic, and then it starts impacting my fitness. I don't feel good, so therefore I don't want to go work out. Even though I know working out is going to make me feel better. Even though I know eating right is going to make me feel better. I'm doing stuff that perpetually makes me feel worse and worse, which makes me not want to do anything. And it's just this vicious cycle of laziness. So, I had to kind of take a step back and evaluate my behavior and evaluate the food choices that I was making and own up to the fact that I was not doing what I needed to be doing. And it makes a difference. It really does. It makes a difference in how you feel mentally, emotionally, you know, because if we eat things we shouldn't, then we feel guilty. And it's just all this bullshit that, I don't know, it's just so unnecessary. So now that I've had surgery, I feel like it's easier for me to pinpoint the issues that I'm having, and that makes it easier for me to change them, which I am very thankful for, because pre-op me totally would have just been derailed, and I would have been like, fuck it, I'm just going to eat whatever I want and screw the exercise and whatever. But now I can't. I just can't. I am terrified of gaining my weight back. I will admit that, yes, but more so, I'm not okay with not being successful with this surgery. I'm not okay with feeling like crap all the time anymore. So it makes it a little bit easier to make the right choices, I think, whenever you realize that there is a better way, there is a better lifestyle. And once you get used to that, it's easier to make those choices, but you know, you still have to make the choice to do the right thing. And the further you get out from surgery, the harder that is for a lot of people. And I know that because I can definitely eat a wider variety of foods than I used to, but I still have a ton of physical restriction. I can still only eat about 3 ounces of food at a time. And I feel like a lot of people can eat more than me. Like other weight loss surgery patients can eat more than me at 9 months post-op, which I will be 9 months post-op on the 18th, which kind of freaks me out. It's been almost a year. That's crazy. But I think one of the reasons why I still have so much physical restriction is because I still weigh my food. When I go out to eat, I can't because I'm at a restaurant. So I'm really careful, and I don't want to get sick in public. So I'm really careful with my food. I eat really slow, and I don't even really eat until I am truly full. Like I will eat until I have what I call my yellow light bite, where I'm like, okay, I think I'm full. And usually if you wait a couple minutes, sometimes you can eat a little bit more. I don't do that. As soon as I think I'm full, I am immediately finished. I get a to-go box and I take it home, because I really, really don't like being potentially ill in public or having to sit there and breathe and stretch and try to make room. Like, I just don't want the focus to be on me. Like, oh, the weight loss surgery patient, oh, she's having weird stomach problems again. Like, I don't want that attention. So I really don't eat very much if I have to eat in front of people in public, because I don't like to. And I don't like that feeling of being overly full. I don't want to eat to like maximum capacity every time I eat. I just eat what I think that I need, and I'm full and whatever. And if I need to eat again later, then I eat again later. Like, if there's one thing I could go back and tell pre-op me, it's you will eat again. There's no reason to make yourself miserable at every freaking meal. Just eat what you need and then leave it alone. And sometimes that's hard because you're like, oh, I just want to eat. And then I have times where I'm like, I really don't care to eat. Like, it's one or the other. I either want to eat all the things or I want to eat nothing. I can't explain it. Honestly, if they could just hook me up to a feeding tube sometimes. That would be awesome. So anyway, that was weird and rambly, like always. But that was my reality check, is knowing that you can eat around your sleeve. You can cheat any program. You have to make good choices. Like, it still comes down to making good choices. Even though I still can't eat very much, I can eat bad stuff. I can eat stuff that I shouldn't. We can all sit around and eat freaking ice cream. Like, that's practically a liquid. We could probably eat half a pint of that shit. But then you're going to feel like crap because of all the sugar in it, or at least I know I definitely will. So therefore it's easier for me to stay away from it because I know that it's going to make me feel bad. But it can be done. Like, there are ways to cheat it. So it comes down to making good choices and making those good habits a part of your lifestyle and sticking to that. And I definitely had a reality check of how easy it can be to let all that slip back in. So you need to be conscious of that for sure. But I'm very thankful that I now have the clarity to pinpoint those problems and have the motivation and the willpower to actually change them instead of letting them derail me. So why it took surgery to get me to that point, I don't know, but who cares how we got there? We're here now. We're doing what it takes, and that's what matters. So that is my message for the week. Sorry that was so long and rambly. This is why I need to make sure I do weekly videos so I don't have to talk forever. But anyway, I hope everybody else is having an awesome week, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.